have George here. We were talking before about Kickstarter, talking about old games, retro games, and it seems like a lot of the Kickstarter efforts are to bring back genres that haven't been around for a while. What are your thoughts about Kickstarter and people basically trying to crowdfund their creativity?
I think Kickstarter is a great idea. I understand that there are a lot of people who are going to put it to good means, but I also understand that at the same time, you got to be careful who you're donating to, who you're giving your money to, because not everyone's doing what they say they're going to do. And I mean, different Kickstarters for different projects. There's people who want to, restart franchises, people who want to make online videos, like the guys who do Nuka Break.
The thing about Kickstarter, Indiegogo, and these other crowdfunding sites is that they're driven by fans for the most part. They're people who, for some reason or another, are not getting what they want. What kind of project would you throw your support to, even though you're in college and probably broke?
I think there was a rumor about a Halo 2 remake a little while ago. I think the way that Microsoft did Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary was very smart. It was the game and essentially a DLC for Reach for $40. That was a great price point, great idea. I would like to see more of that.
These projects essentially turn fans into investors, and investors generally want some kind of return on the money that they put out. What would it take for you to be like, all right, you know what, I want my money back, or this isn't up to snuff? How badly would you have to feel burned on a, like, let's say, a Kickstarter game project for you to raise a stink?
Well, one, if they canceled it. I guess the trick is really just know how much you're spending, realize that there might not be a return, and just be smart with your money.
Fair enough.
It's a very good idea in this day and age.
There's an interesting tension that we've yet to see play out, which is fans paying for something that it seems like they're going to want versus a creator's vision of how they want to execute a project. How much would you respect a creator's decision to implement something that you necessarily didn't want in a game that you funded through Kickstarter?
I'm all for creative decisions made by the people who make games or, any sort of story or creative process. It is their title in the end. It is their project. I think fan involvement really only goes so far because at the same time, the people who are donating this money, at the same time, they're not developers, so they don't necessarily know what's best for a game. Going to the example of Mass Effect 3, I feel that I actually don't like that BioWare kind of caved and decided to make the new endings. I wasn't a big fan of the original endings, but I respected that it was their way to end the trilogy. It was what they decided was best for the series. And I didn't like it, but I was fine with that. And it also left, the interpretation for the indoctrination theory. I don't think that needs to happen. I don't think developers need to feel like because they made one decision, they have to kind of make up for it just because a lot of people aren't happy. In the end, it's the writer's choice. If they think that's the way to end the game, it's still their call, whether people are not happy or not. Not everything's going to have a happy ending, and hey, Mass Effect 3 didn't. I was fine with that.